Hello, super community. Flitzman here. How was your Monday? Mine was pretty cool. It was my first day back in-person school, and after I got out and checked my phone, I find out that the Owl House Season 2 intro and poster image came out today. Time for a breakdown. The first thing we see in the trailer is a yellow eye with a long, thin pupil. In the intro for the season where they're dedicating more time to King, let's get that false hope ready. I know it's probably just the Eye of the Titan, but we can believe. We then see Luce come down wearing the cloak, which seems like it'll be a staple of her outfit from now on. And she seems to be bending the light that comes out of the glyph, showing that she might have more power rolling high arcana checks like that. Then we see a still cursed Ida, who pulls kind of the same move as Luce in the first season's intro, before King pops out at her with a nat 20 stealth check. Then we see the Hex Gang, which I'm gonna call them from now on, showing off the spell types they're proficient in. Have you noticed that I've gotten more into D&D since Season 1? We then get a parallel of the first season's intro, with the shot reflecting where Willow, Gus, and Amity were shown, this time with Lilla, Kikimora, and the new character, all in the ways they were introduced to us and how we know them. But then the pictures flip to show them in a new way each. Lilith is cursed and wearing a new outfit. Kikimora is not exactly jumping for joy about the whole situation. And the new guy is partially unmasking himself, shown to be, as predicted by many fans, the half-faced Dana drawing that we saw. But he also looks way younger than I think a lot of people were expecting. He looks to be about the Hex Gang's age. We also see he's wearing gloves that are very big on him and a shirt with yellow sleeves, leading me to believe he might be a Hexside student in the potions track, or at least that's his cover-up to keep a closer eye on the Hex Gang. I also think he might be Belos' son, seeing as how I don't know how else a 14-year-old would earn the respect of the Emperor. We then get Belos grabbing them with a fire hand, and I think for the first time unveiling fully what's under his cape, possibly to symbolize how desperate he is to receive Luce, Ida, and King. We then mostly just get the same thing as the first intro, but reanimated. However, the title is now a frame with the same design as the book that King reads to Luce in the beginning of the Season 1 finale. And that's another thing. The first half of the intro was shown in front of what seemed to be a picture frame, which I think might be foreshadowing the characters revealing the true history of the Titan and Belos. Then, instead of just light flowing around the title, we get all 4 elements that Luce has mastered. Is light an element? Does ice count as water? Now, for the poster. I'd like to point out that for both the intro and the poster, the Hex Gang are shown only wearing their casual clothes, meaning we'll probably get a lot less Hexside in the season. Please tell me that means less Basha. We see that Ida's arm is slightly owlified, but I don't think this is her becoming an owl monster. I think because of Lilith's spell, this is as bad as it'll get. We also see that King's head seems strangely damaged, having chips in the skull. Considering that there are probably gonna be many battles in this season, considering it's supposed to be scarier, I find it strange that the cute Pokemon sidekick is the most physically damaged. Maybe Belos is afraid of him because King is king of the demons, and if he's brought to full power it'll spell out doom for his kingdom, since if the Titan was a demon, which I think he was, that would mean that the king of demons should reasonably be the one controlling the Boiling Isles, and that would end his laws, which would let witches just do whatever they wanted. And we see Kikimora with the new character, we see Lilith and the Hex Gang. They're all acting the way that makes sense for them. Concern, anger. But then there's Hootie, whose neck has somehow stretched to the middle of the city from the Owl House, and who has an indifferent face even though this should be a huge deal for him. What are you, Hootie? Are you going to leave the Owl House? How would that work? Can somebody please explain? Well, that's it for my Owl House Season 2 details breakdown. I won't talk about the release dates and synopses we got, because that happened after I wrote the script and I am out of energy. If you enjoyed this video, blast that like button down below and subscribe so you don't miss another video. When you click subscribe, click the bell to the side. That way you can be notified. And until next time, it's time for me to fly off into the sky. See ya!